I think it's safe to say that we all recognize that there are kind of three categories of people in the world. There are people who just don't care. There are people who care a lot, but don't actually do anything about it. And then there are people who decide that caring about something means doing something about it, and that understand that sentiment has got to translate into action, or it doesn't really have any real weight. And those kinds of people are the people who push back against the fear and the apathy that creep into the best of us by taking an action, because they have faith that the universe is kinetic and that actions and energy unleash more actions and more energy. And those kinds of people create ripple effects that go far beyond the circle of their own lives, and they inspire other people to do more themselves. Sophia and Austin, you've been just hugely inspiring to all of us who've been watching what you're doing. Keep on rocking with your bad selves. You're doing great things, and I'm sure you're only just getting started. It's my great honor to present the 2010 Entertainment Design Award to Sophia Bush and Austin Nichols.
Thank you all so very much for coming. First and foremost, I just want to say that without Edward's inspiration and without CrowdRise, we could not have done what we've done. It's an incredible forum, and it's really been an unbelievable new tool for us to reach out to, especially the young people who follow us, who are so active online. So thank you. It means more than I can say to receive this from all of you. This campaign actually started because we were pissed off. We watched oil gush out into the sea for over 100 days, and it was torturous. And I know that I felt so helpless that after we returned home from Grand Isle, I sat in the kitchen and I sobbed and looked at Austin and I said, what are we gonna do for these people? But then, which normally happens when I'm crying, I got really angry and I started talking. And those of you who know me well know that I can talk. And we haven't shut up since. I think that it's very easy to go through life keeping quiet because there's a little voice in the back of your head that says, what can I do? I'm one person. Who's gonna listen to me? But what this journey has taught me is that if you stand up and you use your voice and you speak from your heart, people do listen. They want to support you. They will add their voices to yours, and suddenly you're not one person anymore. You're an army, and you become very hard to ignore. This has become the foundation of my Little Voices campaign for the kids online. We are starting to help our youth feel empowered to motivate and create change. We have been challenging them to weekly contests via Twitter and CrowdRise, and they're getting excited. They are riding their bikes once a week for Austin's Two-Wheel Tuesday. 100,000 of them took a challenge with me to absolutely eliminate plastic from their lives for a week. And the best part of this has been that they're responding to us. They're messaging us on CrowdRise, telling us they're getting more ideas about sustainability and more information on what's going on in the Gulf than they're getting from their news media. Clearly, we need to turn them on to the Huffington Post. Hearing things like that is what keeps us going, because as everyone in this room knows, the powers that be are trying to bury information, and they pray that they can keep us unaware long enough that eventually we'll be so far gone that we will have no choice but to buy what they're selling. And they try to convince us that the environment is an issue that Republicans and Democrats should fight over, because if they can keep us fighting, we tend to forget what we're fighting about. But we'll let them continue to talk in circles, because we are going to continue to shout from rooftops. And thanks to our amazing friend Amy Cooney and Phoenix and the Black Keys, we have a better soundtrack. Creativity and social media has proven to be our best weapons, so we will keep brainstorming, we will keep talking to the cyber citizens, and we will keep trying to motivate the nation's youth toward a clean energy future. Thank you.
Oh, this is very cool. Thanks, everybody. I want to give a big, fat, heartfelt thank you to BP Seriously. If it wasn't for BP, we wouldn't have gotten involved. Watching all that oil flow underwater unchecked for that many months motivated us to do as much as we possibly can to wean the world off dirty energy. And I think, and I hope it did the same for a lot of other people everywhere. I hope that we look back on this disaster as one of the key moments to significant change all over the globe. I hope that the lost marine life and displaced families were not hurt in vain. And I hope something beautiful comes out of this mess. And I know in my heart that it will. I'm also actually really excited for the future of energy, for electric and solar cars or whatever may come. Wind and turbine technology is going to do more than I think we can even imagine right now. And then there's jet fuel. And this is my favorite. Jet fuel is going to come right out of our asses. And my dream is that we will own our own poop and be able to sell it directly to the airlines. Or, if not, maybe we can work something out with frequent flyer miles. Although I am scared that there may come a day when there's an amendment to the Constitution which proclaims that the feces of the people is feces for the people and is therefore property of the U.S. government. Also, we really want to thank Edward Norton for creating Crowdwise. What he didn't tell you is that without CrowdRise, we wouldn't have been able to do much. And it's an incredible, incredible tool. And I ask all of you to check it out. It's lovely. And another thing I'd like to thank, while I still curse its very existence, I want to thank Twitter. It helped us raise a lot of money and let our voices be heard. And most importantly, I want to thank Global Green. Ruben Aronin and Matt Peterson have been heroes of ours for a long time, and we feel so lucky to even be mentioned in the same sentence with Global Green. We are in awe. Yeah, do it. Do it hard. We are in awe of their dedication and tireless resolve. Their commitment to clean energy is infectious, and all the change that they have spearheaded is worthy of all our admiration. So thank you to everybody in every Global Green office in the USA, and to be perfectly honest, I just really have a big crush on Matt Peterson, and I did all this to get close to him. Thank you.